What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Chris, as always, with me,
Liam.
Today we are diving into GenV Season 2, Episode 6. And boy, is this expanding the boys' universe. I'm very excited. I have not ever read the comics. Maybe you guys have. And if you're tuning in, this whole show that we have that we do is just us talking about episodes of shows that we really love. And with that vein, I would ask that if you know what's going to happen, if you have inside information, the only thing that we ask is that you don't spoil what's to come. And with that being said, we actually love communicating with you guys. Like, this is not just, Liam and I preaching to you. We don't pretend to be experts. It's more of a conversation. And we love hearing your theories, hearing what you have to say. Even if you want to say we're wrong, that's great too. We just want to hear it. So the comments is where you can do that. If you like this video, hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe if you enjoy this content, because we drop multiple videos a week. So without further ado, we have a lot of lore and content to dive into in this one. And we'll see you guys in the comments. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so their whole escape thing felt lazy at the beginning.
I thought it was all 4D chess still. Like, this was Cypher's plan. Or
I did too, till he lost his shit.
Until he lost his shit, exactly. And then that was confirmation that... Because when we were talking last episode and we were kind of breaking it down, I said that he may have made a mistake by allowing so many super abled kids who are... The Scooby Gang already works really well together, right? That's what they're calling them all over the internet. I think it's a great... And now it fits so good. So the Scooby Gang already works really well together. Like, they've already been through shit together. And so
Sam's Fred?
I don't know. We can break it all down later. But let us know in the comments who you think which character is. I'd love to hear your opinions too. But they already work well together. Their powers are formidable, right? Mm-hmm. And now you also have Marie, who just awakened her next level and can do some even more powerful stuff. So I knew that they were getting out of Elmira. I called it last episode when we were talking about it. I was like, you have too many super able kids who are now angry and have a reason to escape. Like, there's no way they're going to keep them there.
And what the fuck, Annabelle's got powers?
That was a twist. That was a twist I was not expecting. She's closet soup. She's been hiding it from everybody her whole life. She didn't want anyone to know.
Has any knowledge of what that's like.
I love that we have a human V detector now. But a soup human. She's not human. She's a superhero. So soup V detector, not human. Mm-hmm. Because she can tell us who actually has V'd up blood and who doesn't. Mm-hmm. And she can say, Cypher, you have no V in your blood, which confirms for us he's a meat puppet. Then when talking to her sister, I thought meat puppet. She's actually using Godolkin's ability to read minds to pretend she has precognition and that she heard Sam bumbling through his mind trying to find them, and then basically brought them there and was pretending to be Annabeth the whole time. But then obviously we get the whole thing debunked because we have a detector. We have someone who can really tell whether someone's super able by the V in their blood or not. Mm-hmm. So I like that we have this element now because it lets us know a little bit more concrete whether Godolkin's controlling someone or not. I thought for sure that Godolkin had full control over Annabeth, and that's why she was so willing to go with Marie at first and grab her hand, and it seemed like they were gonna become sisters. I was like, oh, that's not really her. But then we come to find out that no, it really is her, and she does have superpowers, and they're actually kind of cool. It's Minority Report style. She can see the future.
Yes. Yeah. And Kate realized at the end of the episode that she can fix her powers.
Yeah. I think Kate kind of put two and two together when she saved Annabeth's life, and it just took her a little while to find the leverage, the right angle for her to ask for it.
So we were right about that connection of her being able to fix or turn powers on again and stuff like that. So they're making these small little connections for us to get to where we already predicted that they're probably going to go with it.
Yeah. Which also leads you to believe that there's a couple of super people that we've been dealing with, like Polaris being one of them, or Polarity, where their powers are killing them. Where Marie now becomes the miracle, the antidote to that. And whether or not they get that in time is ultimately the question, because in the boys universe, usually happy endings don't happen.
Yeah.
So we'll see whether or not Cypher gets to live, if Marie becomes a martyr, because the confirmation, there's only two god tier superheroes in the world right now, and one's Homelander and the other's Marie, right?
Both opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. And so, your thoughts and theories about maybe having a crossover and a showdown later on, it's becoming more and more real. Yeah, it's becoming more and more real, because when Homelander realizes, and they've mentioned it many times, like, he has a serious problem with anybody who's like on his level or stronger. He wants to be the strongest. And when he finds out that Marie exists, well, he knows about Marie because he eye blasted her in season 1. But when he finds out the capability, when he finds out her capability, he may want to try to kill her.
Yes, and the Stan Edgar compared the two of them, and she just rejected that straight out, right? But he also has this fucking crazy ass bunker. He's making fun of Zuckerberg, yeah.
They did Elon in the previous episode. They're doing Zuckerberg in this one. They're just taking apart the billionaires right now. It's funny.
Yeah. So he's making fun of Zuckerberg, saying that he's got a shittier version of the bunker.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, I've got a nicer one.
But this one is like zinc line, they said, something like that.
Yeah, for Homelander.
Yeah.
So Homelander's obviously a parody of Superman. Superman's like, he couldn't see through lead, so they changed it and made it zinc for Homelander. And he also made it deeper than every other bunker because it needs to withstand the power of like a Homelander style character, which is like the equivalent of a nuclear bomb.
Yes.
So I thought that was cool. I did think there was a couple of interesting nods in, obviously, Stan Edgar, Giancarlo Esposito. We said it before we got on camera, but like, awesome cameo. Like, I literally jumped out of my seat. I was so excited to see him on camera. When I saw Zoe, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun, because I know her powers, right? Like, we know her from The Boys. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. She's going to rip him to pieces. And then she does. And then when Stan Edgar walked up, I literally leaped out of my seat. I was like, yes! Because Giancarlo Esposito is just a phenomenal actor. And if there's anybody that's Homelander's truly shown us he's afraid of, that isn't soup-abled or anything, it's Stan Edgar. He's outsmarted him on every turn. If it wasn't for pushing the leverage of Zoe onto Victoria to turn on Stan Edgar, Edgar would have won that whole thing. So I think bringing him back at this crucial time too is fun. And then also putting him kind of in the seat of like pseudo protector of Marie right now, as long as Marie stays in line, is even cooler too. Because now he will give them inside knowledge, information, and tactics that they would never have or be able to use otherwise. That ultimately can lead to the end of Homelander. Because they were just kids otherwise. They didn't have that stuff. Yeah.
Now they're kind of organized. But Sam said something that I think he really said it for a reason here.
Yeah.
And God, he's fucking growing so much as a person. I love that.
Most character growth of any character on the show is Sam.
Closest other one I'd say was Emma.
I think she's still battling quite a bit, where I guess Sam is still too, because he can break into psychosis. The meds are working. But I would just say where you see Emma start, she's still leading a life of like good intention, right? Where Sam, when you first meet him, is ripping guards to pieces and like destroying things and like going crazy. So I think that's why I'm like, he started a little bit deeper and darker than she did.
Yeah, he's done more of a 180 than she has.
But I see her they're all having amazing growth. I'll give it to them all. But as far as like the biggest flip we've seen, I think I give that to Sam.
But Sam, what I wanted to bring up was the fact that he was like, he made some comment that was close to like a gilded cage kind of thing for this bunker. Like, it's just a pretty prison is essentially what he said. Everything's
fake, and you got to push a button to like see or change the scenery or whatever he said. Yeah,
it started off as like this weird deep thought of, how's that plant still alive, or tree or whatever still alive? There's no windows. We've got a TV for a window.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's also spent most of his life basically a prisoner, right? So anytime you confine him, he's gonna feel that. And that anxiety is gonna go high. I think he's handling it pretty well. Even I thought that the rejection from Emma might make him snap.
I thought so too.
Even that showed growth.
He controlled himself because he looked like he was on the verge of losing control, and then he pulled back.
Yeah, it was cool to see.
Yeah, and shocked the fuck out of her too.
Yeah. And how cool being, growing up 80s, 90s kids to see the Kool-Aid Man reference, him busting through that wall.
They are too fucking young to understand that reference.
Emma called it though, so
it was written in. You really think
Kool-Aid is still a thing today?
Yeah, but we don't have all those commercials. Do we?
I don't watch regular TV anymore,
Neither do I.
so I don't know.
I haven't watched regular.
Does the Kool-Aid commercial still run? Let us know in the comments below.
Or maybe it's because of the memes on the internet.
You also have YouTube, right? Which,
Yeah, memes.
like, you drop this stuff everywhere. Like, nostalgia bait is a big thing, right? Throwing that stuff back up, and then the new generation sees it. So,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I'm also, I mean, I grew up in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So I get that.
I think that part was written for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was brought up for a reason. And as we know, whenever Eric Kripke, when he puts stuff in, it's usually a hint towards something later. And so I'm wondering when Stan Edgar is finally going to flip and go back to the controlling, devious person he is and reveal that to them.
I don't think he is, and here's why. He lays his plan out very clearly. He wasn't deceitful, but he also wasn't heroic or genuine in it, what's what I'm looking for? Coming from a place of like honor or nobility in any way. He basically says like, I'm gonna pick up the pieces when this shit's done. He sees what's coming. He knew Homelander was eventually going to break years before he ever got fired. He knew this was coming. He's faulty product. He knows this. So this bunker's been in existence long before all of this happened. He's been planning for this for a long time. He even said to Marie, I just want you by my side when I'm running Vought again after I pick up all the pieces. His goal...
He wants her loyalty.
Right. Yeah. He basically wants to start over, and he wants to rebuild what he had using the next generation.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, though, that's a huge distinction from just by my side to I want your loyalty.
Okay. Fair enough. But ultimately, though, the plan he lays out to us, that I understand it, as I understand it, and I could be wrong, let me know, is that his plan is to just not get involved and let Homelander destroy himself. Let this plan play out. Let majority of the world get wiped out. Let it all burn down. And like a phoenix, he's going to show up and rise from the ashes and take over. So again, no honor, like a true villain, but also at the same time, not going to get his hands bloody in the thing.
So he was talking the pieces out about Cypher. And then all of a sudden he stops himself and just goes, interesting.
Yeah, he's getting new information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how that character, how he says that, because I can totally relate with the whole, let's process this.
Yeah. He's very calculated.
Yes.
He's a very calculated man.
But I think his downfall is going to come from Cypher, because he dismisses Cypher so much. Even how he's talking about Cypher and Godolkin and figuring out all this new information. We learn that Cypher doesn't want all the supes to stay alive. He wants the weakest gone. He wants just the straight god tier models left. Talked about getting rid of 75%.
75% will be gone.
Made fun of the one superhero that's got like a black hole for an ass.
It's not a black hole. It's like a singularity. So it's an entire like universe. So if you go inside his butt, you go to a whole different world. That's what it is.
And that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But still, he's making fun of him, saying that it's pretty much a useless power.
Yeah.
But he could be a prison.
I was going to say that. I mean, I could think of immediate reasons that like keep a superpowered guy like that around. A prison state would be one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what he's looking for specifically is like the ones they would worship. The ones that like, you're not going to worship a guy with a universe in his butt, but you're going to worship someone who's like Homelander-esque or Superman-esque, right?
He's got a chocolate donut for his logo.
Yeah. And so I think what he's looking for, it's not just strength, because we've seen it time and time again. It's also for them, it's marketability. Mm-hmm. And so they want godlike supes who are marketable.
Idols.
Yeah.
He wants to create godlike idols.
Yeah, he wants to create another 7, but like actually capable, because those guys were not. Behind the scenes, they were a bunch of idiots.
Oh, yeah. But Marie, I think, is going to fix Kate. She's also going to make her sister stronger, is where I'm thinking it's going. She's going to need to make her sister stronger at some point. Otherwise, they never introduced her as a precog.
Yeah, I think that's a deeper wormhole that we're going to get. It's going to go way deeper than I think any of us may be thinking now. I think it may go as far as we are she can see much further into the future than we can currently understand right now.
I think she's going to be the reason that Homelander is able to be defeated.
Okay. See, I was going with she's already seen everything that's happening now, and she's acting as if she doesn't, so that they don't understand yet the full capability of her power. She doesn't trust them yet. But I think she already knew she was going to die. I think she already knew she would be brought back to life. She would be bonded with her sister. She would go through all these, like, I think she knows these things were supposed to happen.
Yeah, very Lazarus.
Yeah.
There was a Paul Walker movie where he played like a Lazarus type character that was extremely underrated in my opinion.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I have to check it out. But I think that she has the ability to just see further already than we have been seeing, and that's ultimately going to play out to. I don't think Homelander is going to go down in this season, so I don't think that's going to be where it leads us to. But I think it will lead us to being able to outsmart 4D Chess Cypher. That I do think, because he's the big bad for this season, not Homelander. I think they're saving Homelander for season 5 of The Boys, because that's where he has been doing most of his damage.
So, yeah. I think he's going to show up for the finale.
You think so?
Yeah, it'll be an easy transition to get the GenV people over to the Boys side for when The Boys comes out again.
Yeah. I think, and this is just theory prediction, like we have no evidence on this part, but what I think is that Godolkin's going to end up being the big bad they defeat at the end of the season. And when they do, they're going to destroy the college.
Now, when you're talking about Godolkin, are you talking about Cypher also?
Him and his meat suit, but the actual Godolkin himself, the old man, the 100-year-old burnt corpse right now.
Let's talk about real quick. I want to know, why was Cypher able to pull away from control and slap the shit out of Godolkin? Or did Godolkin do that?
Godolkin slapped himself, yeah. It's like the guy who screws up and walks in the mirror and starts smacking himself in the face. Like, how dare you do that? And like just puts himself down.
You think that's
exactly what he was doing? Yeah.
Okay.
And then he goes right back to that, like taking care of it. For a minute, I thought maybe he did snap out of it.
That's what I thought.
But I don't think so. I think it was Godolkin just raging out that his plan had, like, piece of his plan had fallen apart.
Let us know in the comments, which side do you think it is? Do you think Cypher regained control, or Godolkin was just like that sadistic where he wanted to, or masochistic would be more accurate, I guess, right?
I think he's masochistic is the case. I think he is not above self-harm.
Well, yeah, we saw that with a knife.
Well, that he doesn't feel, right? I think he doesn't have to feel what the meat suit feels, I don't think. But the meat suit feels the whole thing, but he can't express it, right? So Cypher felt the knife go through his hand.
Yeah, we learned from Jordan, it's like being in the back seat, you feel every...
Right, but I don't think Godolkin has to feel it, right? That's why he's so willing to be able to hurt his meat suit, because he doesn't actually feel that. Or...
Imagine how fucked up that guy must be feeling right now.
I don't think it's really his son. I think he really was a doctor at the same facility that Godolkin was at, and he just took him. And has been using him as his freaking puppet ever since. That's what I think. I don't think it's actually Godolkin's son. The timing doesn't match for me. Like, Godolkin would have had to have him prior to his accident. Or, no. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. He would have had to have him after the accident, and that's why it doesn't make sense for the age to work out.
Yeah, Cypher probably just discovered him in some kind of vault or something.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's, Godolkin can control somebody. So maybe he controlled a guard or someone and had that person get him out.
And when one ages out, he just gets a new one?
Yeah, I think it's just the next meat suit. I think he's human, and I think it's easier for him to control and inhabit a human than it is a superpowered person. Because as you saw, someone like Polarity, when they start to really push their power, can resist it, can actually take back control of their body a bit. So I don't think someone like Cypher could control a Homelander.
I'm not sure. I think Polarity was just holding back out of fear of dying. And in that moment, he was just so enraged and angry because Cypher is just talking all this shit about the weakness of his son and how he's going to do it to all these other kids.
Yeah.
He just felt so much rage in that moment. I think he just said, fuck it, I don't care if I live or die again, and just full force.
Yeah, which confirmation that there are supes out there who are strong enough to resist, which is what I was saying.
So what happened to Cypher? We didn't see him again, did we?
He just runs off.
Did we see him again, though, after that? When he got thrown out the window?
No,
I don't recall.
But like any good, anytime a villain gets thrown off a cliff or out a window, you don't see the body, he's fine. You don't see a body, he's good. So he's going to show back up. He might be a little beat up. He might need a new body.
I was going to say, he went out the fucking window, and if he's just a regular human being, his body's fucked.
Yeah. I wonder how the extent of Godolkin's powers, right? Are they just mind control, or are they also more than that? Could he levitate his body? Could he buffer his fall?
Mm-hmm.
Like, could he do that? I don't know. We'll have to find out. But we do know that, based on what Marie said, Cypher's body, the meat suit, is human. Has no V in it. So he would definitely get beat up on that fall. I don't know. But again, no body, so he's fine. He's there somewhere.
Well, just know that he survived.
Yeah. And now we have polarity with this knowledge and a reason to do something about it. So we'll see whether he teams up with the kids. Because I'm not going to say because you don't watch the trailers or anything, but there is a really cool scene coming with polarity that it makes a little bit more sense now why it might happen the way it does.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so
I like seeing him as a good guy now.
Yeah.
He was kind of a dick before.
He was that egotistical, money-driven hero like we've seen all throughout The Boys.
Yeah.
But the death of one's son will change a man. And as we've seen, it did it for polarity. Yeah.
I guess the only thing left is really the fighting of the trust with Annabelle and her sister Marie, but also with Zoe and Annabelle connecting there and bonding over the fact of their lost family. And I think Zoe's going to be the reason Annabelle truly opens up to her sister.
Yeah. No, I think Zoe was a great addition to this episode because she did, as you just mentioned, create a reason for the sisters to want to bond.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was kind of cool to see just how deep Stan Edgar's care for Victoria really went. Because there was some alluding to the fact that he only really fostered her because she was superpowered and he can use that. But I think he deeply cared for her because when Marie opens up about Victoria talking about her powers and all that thing in the car, Stan Edgar legit looks like he is mournful and consoles Zoe. I thought that was interesting to see. He's not just this robotic villain, strategic CEO that we know him to be. He does have deep family care and ties. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I want to see what ends up happening with Annabeth and Marie as this rolls forward. You got Sam and Emma. You got Kate, who might be healed now or may turn on her. We'll see what happens. I don't know if Kate will be strong enough to resist Godolkin, and she may end up putting herself in harm's way. But either way, we have Marie setting out on a solo mission to go confront him so none of her other friends get hurt. And we'll see what happens next episode.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments below. How are they doing on season 2? Are you enjoying how these powers are manifesting and rolling out? Are you enjoying the arc of Godolkin and all the lore being dripped out to us slowly? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do so. And we've got tons of videos for you to watch right here. So we'll join you on that next video. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.